The House has just passed House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's bill to raise the debt ceiling with spending cuts. The bill passed very tight vote, 217 to 215. House Republicans made changes to that legislation early this morning, very early this morning, to win over holdouts within their own conference. Multiple Republican lawmakers said they were previously opposed to the plan. Well, they changed their minds.
Because I haven't seen him do anything. So right now, this is the only place that has lifted the debt limit. So the Democrats are putting the country in jeopardy. The president, by ignoring to even negotiate. The majority of Americans overwhelmingly want us to sit down and negotiate, to make sure we end our dependency on China, to stop the inflations the Democrats created by spending $6 trillion. No one in America believes there's not one place that you can't find a place that you could have savings in what Washington spends. And I think it's up to them now. Yes, ma'am.
What can you do now in order to bring President Biden's regime besides passing this?
I don't know what we're supposed to do. We've done our job. I've sat down with the president on February 1st. He ignored the rest of the time. He treats it just like the border. He wants to ignore it and thinks it goes away. That doesn't work in America. He's putting the American economy in jeopardy by his lack of action. Now he should sit down and negotiate. We passed this.
That is a triumphant, I think it's fair to say, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy saying the House Republicans have done their job. They're the only body in Washington, according to the Speaker, and he's right about this, to vote to increase the debt ceiling. But what came along with it is not something that Senate Democrats are willing to embrace, and certainly not the Biden White House. And let's bring in CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. Ed joins us, of course, from the North Lawn. Ed, the White House issued a veto statement about the House legislation. That is as expected. Is the White House watching what's playing out on the House floor this afternoon?
They sure are, and they're unimpressed. And until or unless the House Republican leadership calls to say we're ready to just raise the debt limit, at least for now, the White House says don't call. And so the stalemate will continue. What is happening here, though, is, of course, the House, at least, will be on the record on this issue. Democrats salivating at the opportunity to call out what Republicans in tougher districts are going to end up doing here by voting for various cuts that they argue could cost jobs and health care and health security for a lot of Americans. But it will put the resolution of this no closer, other than perhaps to fulfill what the president has been calling for, and that is, show me your budget, show me your priorities, and I'll show you mine. He issued his budget in March. Mm-hmm. Now they're taking this vote tonight. And at that point, everyone's on the record with something. And we'll see at which point then they might consider sitting down. But don't clear your calendar just yet.